Hi, I'm Will, and this is Cardboard Minute. And yes, these boxes really are huge. We're going to be taking a look at what's inside. This is the Monster Hunter All-In Pledge. There's two back boxes, the core pledge and then all the expansion stuff. I'm not even 100% sure what's in here. But before we go too much farther, this is the All-In Pledge, but it's technically not everything, because I believe Steamforged did add a bunch of extra content, maybe a couple monsters, into the Pledge Manager, which is unfortunate they named it All-In Pledge. I'm not upset. In fact, I'm very thankful for what I have here, but maybe they should have reworded things a little bit differently. So anyways, let's open things up and take a look at what's inside. Maybe we'll check out this main core pledge first, which in itself is absolutely giant and very heavy. So let's see what's inside. I have to stand up here. They taped it really well. I don't want to damage anything. Okay, wow. This is some heavy-duty cardboard. Alright, it's nice that they add some corners and things to keep things safe. Typical cardboard sleeve things. Some spacers, apparently. And I'm going to move this aside. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. This is the core box. I feel like this unboxing is going to take me a while. Okay, we have the Ancient Forest and Wildspire Waste. These boxes are very large. In comparison, it's probably bigger than the Suburbia box. Maybe 2 of these is equivalent to Gloomhaven, I would say. No, it's bigger than Gloomhaven. If you're looking for comparisons. And there's the extra Kulu Yaku. Well, I don't even know where to begin. Well, I guess we'll start with the Ancient Forest. That seems to be the most natural. They're pretty nice, sturdy boxes. Capcom logos everywhere. Of course. These boxes have definitely seen some movement, but they held pretty nicely. And there's a bit of a hole in in the second box. I'm hoping the games are going to be fine. This thing is, again, absolutely giant. Core sets, so I'm guessing there's 2 core sets, because both of these say core set on it. Let's see what's inside. Well, going. Okay, how to organize your trays. I'll have to do that later. And right off the bat, we have wings. Okay, we'll see how these work. I did have the original Dark Souls pledge, and let's just say the wings did not work especially well, or at all. In fact, I had the Black Dragon, and his wings did not even fit on him, which was kind of a pain. Wow, look at these guys. Very nice. These minis are awesome. And completely huge, of course. There we go. This is where the wings go on. You can see the slots in the side. So let's see. I'm hoping they go on as easily as I would hope. Maybe. Oh. It's gonna be a little stiff. It's attached, but you're supposed to be able to remove them between games for storage. So we'll have to see how well that works. Maybe in my review, once I've had a chance to actually play this, we'll see what it's like. Okay, and then underneath, we have a bunch of sleeves of tokens. Maybe we can open this up. Here, let's move this over. And let's get started here. So this looks to be some boards, as well as tracker tokens. Yep, you know how Steamforged does like to use their spinners. So here's the pieces. Cardboard is decent thickness, it's not too bad. I'm not sure what those are for. Tokens of some sort. And here is the first board. Double-sided forest. So we have one forest side of all the nodes. I'm seeing they're all the same. I guess this is different than Dark Souls, in the sense that that one had different types of nodes that did different things. And the monster would prioritize different things. So I guess here he just kind of moves around, which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping the monsters would kind of interact with the landscape a little bit. You know, there'd be like impassable objects or things that it would have to move around or get stuck on or something like that. But, oh well. I'm really hoping the combat is going to be good in this, because that was my favorite part of Dark Souls. Alright, so we have the rulebook is very meaty. Let's see, 39 pages, 40 gameplay summary in the back. I'm really hoping there are player aids. First time playing, check the quick start guide online. That's why there's not a quick start guide here. Ancient Forest quest book. Okay. So here's the different scenario setups. Different things you get. I'm not really sure how the gameplay works. But I'm really hoping there's a drop-in gameplay. Something that if I have friends over just for the evening, we can pull this out and play it. So here's, I think these are the player boards for the card rows. They are extremely thin. It's kind of unfortunate that, because this is something that you're going to be interacting with a lot. They are essentially cards. Yeah, they're pretty thin cards. I mean, they're nice, I guess, but I wish those were a little nicer quality, since we are going to be using them a lot. And then we have some sort of a pad. Not a whole lot of papers, but there's a pad for tracking stuff. We campaign. And, oh, here we have, I believe, monsters. Different stats. Don't worry, I have my knife badge, my knife permit. I will not cut myself. So, okay, here are the different monsters, different levels of monsters. Fanged Wyvern, Great Jagras versus... Okay, so Silver Star, 2 red stars. Here we've got... So, these are all the different variants of the same monster. They look to have slightly different stats on them in different places. So we'll have to see how unique these actually are once fighting them. Okay, so it's nice that I guess you get 4 monsters in the base box. And let's see, these are the players. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then a Waldspire Waste Great Forge reference. Oh, that's the other. So I guess there's only 4 characters in here, but the box comes with boards for the other core set. Interesting. And then there's the armor reference. Okay. Crafting armor is what Monster Hunter is all about, so we'll have to see just how it plays out. Super generic white dice. That's unfortunate that they're as kind of plain as they are. Okay, here we have the character minis. Are all kind of flopped around a little bit. Okay, they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. Let's see, focus here. Here, we'll get a couple of them out here so we can see. Ooh, the bow is nice. Yeah, they're pretty decent quality minis. I do like that they're not just generic gray. They actually have a little bit of kind of color to them. And then the rest is cards. There is those mini cards underneath the cards. Whoa, there's a big deck. Let's see if there's anything else hiding under these. No, these are just huge decks of cards. More big decks. Okay, let's open one of these up and take a look at the component quality here. Obviously, we'll not have time to unpack absolutely everything and go through every card because there's so much content here. Alright, so here we have some weapons. Okay, here maybe we'll go by the backs. So these are our ranged abilities. Card quality is it's okay. It's not great, but it's linen finish. Not the best linen finish. It's got a it's a little stripy, but it's not bad. So those are actions, and we have weapons, actions for types of weaponry, sword and shield combo, great swords, great sword weapons. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm assuming these other ones are for the actual crafting parts. And it's interesting, there is spots for different card decks, so I'm wondering if those are in some of the other expansion boxes or not. These look like event cards. Tactical shift. Maybe we'll take a look at, I'm assuming these are the monster cards. Again, I try to go into this fairly blind, so I wouldn't really know what exactly was in the game too much. I know they changed a lot in development. These look like hit cards. They're all the same. The symbols mean nothing. They're just designs. And there's just a stack of 1s and 2s. So this must be 3s, 4s, and then, okay, here we're getting to some other types of cards. Yeah, I'm not really sure what these are, but there's a lot of cards. Like, this is for, there's only, what, 5, 6 types of cards or something in most of this deck. So I guess we're going to be using these a lot. Maybe they're instead of tokens for health or something. We'll have to see. Alright. Let's see if we can fit all this back. Okay, it goes back fairly easily. These boards are going to be a problem. Oh, they're so cheap. And are they don't quite 100% fit in the box either. Okay. Well, the box is packed relatively nicely. Like, things will go back in their slots, which is nothing worse than getting a Kickstarter where the components do not go back in the box. This, they actually do fit pretty well. If I remember which way these go. Yeah, I like it does go like that. Okay. Yeah, you line up the holes and then they slide in the pegs. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty pleased with how things fit back together. All right, before we go in the other core box, yeah, let's see the other core box. Let's see what's in here. This is the Wildspire Wastes. And open her up. It's a crazy amount of content. Like if you like Monster Hunter, this is probably going to keep you busy for a very long time. I do like Monster Hunter. I have not played a ton. I've played a little bit from a couple different generations, including Monster Hunter Rise, but never got like super into it. But I do enjoy board games with really interesting boss battles, and that was the key point of Dark Souls. The most of the game was a total mess, but the boss battles were fantastic. Oh, what's going on here? Well, funny, there's a bit of an imprint where the bouncing around and shipment from the monster that's in here has trashed and like put holes in the top of this storage tray organization sheet. So that's kind of funny. Again, wings on top, left and right. This is labeled. Ooh, these guys are almost more interesting than the other ones. Like, look at this guy. A huge tail. There's a spot for his wings. His right wing. Okay, and I think they're made fairly idiot-proof. They won't fit in the wrong spots. And oh, that went in real nice. Cool. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. The plastic feels really sturdy too. Like, I don't think you're gonna have problems with that. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Now, some of the plastic is kind of damaged, but the plastic of the trays, not of the monsters. The monsters are totally fine. Even though getting them back in the right position might be tricky later on. Okay, very cool. And it looks like we have pretty much the same setup as the last core box. We have the identical token tray to the other box. So nothing really unique there. There's, item tokens, some dials, stars, numbers, which is, some of this flew off, which is, anyways, fairly expected. Some more tokens, and then the boards. Again, all the circles are the same. So I get that there's a node-based system, but it would have been nice if the monsters interacted with the node somehow. It's a little bit brown and generic. It's not the most interesting location. This one's a little more interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think this box might have better monsters, but the other box had prettier landscapes. Okay, it's got the same first time playing sheet, the same rulebook, actually the Wildspire Waste quest book. Here we have the same cheap boards that are bent a little bit. Monsters and hunters. And everything is completely identical. This is essentially a mirror, except there's a different variety of weapons. Here, we'll get a couple of these guys out here so you can see a couple of them. Very cool Monster Hunter weapon styles. Yeah, look at this. Very neat. Okay, so nothing too different there. It's kind of as expected. It's just another core box. It's like more of the same. Which, I mean, if the game turns out to be really good, then more of the same is excellent. These player boards are like just a shy too long. They don't really fit properly into the box. They kind of do, but kind of gets jammed in there. back. Again, I am impressed that things are, it looks like they're going to fit. You know, this is not a Kickstarter where things don't fit back in the box. Alright, that is box 2. I might have to take a break between opening up the different pledge boxes because I'm going to need to clear some space. Alright, this looks like kind of a mini expansion, maybe a stretch goal. The Kulu Yaku, these little bird guys with the eggs. Okay, now it has its own rulebook, and with its own quests bag, monster cards, and oh, look at all the different troops in here. See, there's different layouts, essentially, or different stances, maybe? Because a lot of these guys have the same weapons, I think, as the other ones. Oh, maybe they're slightly different. Maybe they're the upgraded weapons. Oh, plus we got the cats, which I've already forgotten what the cats are called. So I'm sorry, Monster Hunter fans. I've totally forgotten. But yeah, these guys are great. Having the little cats is super fun. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And is this a pig? That's a pig. The little guy. He's cute. Fun. And then of course there. Oops. Oh, he's on his base. Ooh, he fell off. He broke off. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like he snapped off in travel. That's too bad. That's okay. I do have some model glue. I can reassemble that, but he looks very precarious because he's literally standing on his 2 little spindly back legs. So that's probably not the best designed model. He's put it on a weird angle too. Anything else in this box? No. A whole lot of empty space. There's deck cards though, for different weapons, and some small cards. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I got 1 broken monster. Okay. Let's see. That is the base. I'm gonna have to put these away, I think, or I'm not gonna be able to get everything on the table. I definitely don't have room to fit large size games on this table, like 2 players large size game or 1 player really large size game. Eventually I might want to get a bigger table and maybe like a C-stand or something where I can like put my camera up higher, or rather an actual camera. I'm using my cell phone right now as an overhead camera. Okay, time for box number 2. This is all of the stretch goal stuff, I think. Or all the extra add-ons for monsters. Alright, again, a really crazy amount of content. Bunch of cardboard spacers to keep things in line for shipping. And let's move this off the table and go through things one at a time. So we have the Monster Hunter Hunters Arsenal. We have the Nergigante. These are the separate monster packs, I guess. These are the big guys. We have the Tailstra. Big lion dude. And this guy's really light. Oh, I think he's just one monster. The Kushala Daora. Yep, that's all that's in there. We'll save the big guy for last. Okay, well, let's do a couple monsters, and then we'll do the Ulcernal, and then we'll go on to the big one. The Tailstra, I think that's the lion guy. This is the other one. Okay, we have some tokens with little sparkles on them. Oh no, it's not the lion guy, it's the other one. Oh no, it is. Okay, here. There, he's pretty cool. Nice model. And he's all fully assembled, and that's why it takes up so much space. But look at the size of the base on that thing. That's got to take up more than one node on the box. There's a little hole for dice or something, maybe? Cards, mini cards, they're all the same as the rest. I don't think there's anything else under here. Okay, so that's one monster. And then the Nergigante, which I guess is the other one. These are a duo. He's fighting him over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to play this. So we got my friends' groups to play it. Different types of tokens. Double-sided. Interesting. More monsters. And, oh, he's even bigger. Alright, so we have a couple of card decks. Gives you even more space. And the wings are kind of placed in sideways. I guess it's fairly ingenious that they are placed like that. And then he's pretty big. Look at the horns on him. And the wings, again, I think they mostly make sense where they're supposed to go. Yeah, they're designed in such a way that you, I think they literally won't go in the wrong way. But the question is, can I get them in and out on a gameplay session without them breaking? I will have to report back after and see if it won't like cause some other glue to snap or something just by using it. So I'm not pushing them in all the way. But you can see he's a pretty imposing dude. Yeah. Oops. Go ahead, a little crack. You hold it by the main body. Carefully extract the wing. Yeah, I think we're going to have to be careful with those. I don't remember which one's first. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one's first. And then... No. Was it that way? Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, so they do fit in the boxes. Not slightly awkwardly, but it keeps them safe. Again, I don't know what, maybe that's for strength. There's like a little hole there. We'll figure that out. Okay, and then we have the Hunter's Arsenal, and this box is quite heavy for what it is. The other ones were pretty light. They just had a single miniature in it. And some cards. This one is more substantial, I think. Of course, they're required. Okay, so we have tokens. We have Hunter's Arsenal rulebook. Again, just more stuff. More of these characters. Oh yeah, cool. Ancient Forest Longsword, Ancient Forest Hammer. So we're definitely adding in Wildspire Waste Armor, Ancient Forest. So they're all based on the core sets. There's a set of weapons and things for each core set. But it looks like we're bringing in some of the different weapons equipment. You know, like hammers and long swords and stuff that I didn't see. Or lance. There's a lance. Here, check out the lance guy is pretty cool. I mean, they're all awesome. But didn't see them there. And then 3 massive decks of cards, which again I suspect they are all the same quality, and it's probably the same deal for the various action deck. Okay, well that's nice that you get even more kind of fighters to play around with. So we've got a fair amount of monsters to fight. We got a fair amount of hunters to fight with. I like the variety. And the Kushala Daora, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but this guy is he's almost as big as the core box. I think this is just one guy too, one dragon. I bet my son is gonna want to. Ooh, oh I hear him. Oh, I hear him bouncing around in there. That's not good. I bet my son's gonna want to use this guy for a D&D campaign or something. Because he's big. Whoa! Oh, he's got his wings attached too. Oh, the card deck is just flopping around inside the box. That is kind of ridiculous that they made a place for him, but not for the cards. And I mean, there he is, fully assembled in the bottom of the box. He literally takes up the whole thing. That is huge. And he's tied on with elastics. So it looks like these can just be clipped off. Let's see if I can... Oh, there's some around his neck too. Oh yeah, I see where the cards are supposed to go behind him. But they obviously do not last like that through shipping. Okay, I think he is free now. His tail is separate. And he should be free to come off. Put his tail on. Which way does it go? Oh, it does go down? Really? Okay, anyways, I'm not going to push it on too hard because it's going to be hard to get off. But, I mean, this is huge. This is by far the biggest mini I own right now. Here, just a little top camera. Huge. And then, of course, his cards, items. You can craft out of them. And you can see this probably should have been in there. Maybe the small deck underneath. Yeah, there we go. Small deck underneath. But it did not stay in for shipping. They should have put elastic around that too. Anyways, that is Monster Hunter. So I'm going to have to figure out how to play this. Play a bunch of games before I get my review. Maybe I'll do a playthrough later on the channel. It'd be great if you like and subscribe, helping my channel grow, and you can come back and check out the playthrough later once I've figured out what to do here. Where am I going to put this? I think this is definitely more than one Kallax shelf, maybe more than 2. I'm going to have to find a place and see if this stays in my collection, because it certainly takes up a lot of room. I could be playing a lot of board games. Well, thanks for watching my unboxing. Let me know if you have any questions or any recommended starting layouts. You know, should I pair up certain monsters against hunters for my first playthrough? You know, let me know what you think, and please like and subscribe. And you know, as we just continue to explore more board games you'll love, follow the channel. Thanks for watching.